Following on from the Unity look at project yesterday and the maths behind it, I thought we'd quickly create the same thing in GameMaker, just to show that it's not specifically a Unity feature. It is something that will work no matter what project you're looking at. So what we'll do is we'll create a new sprite, and we'll call this SPR man. I'll quickly load any given sprite, again using one that's looking to the right, as that's the default. If we now create a new object using that sprite, and then we'll just create a basic room, and we'll put our man in the middle. So hopefully, we'll just give that a quick test. We should just have a man sitting in a room. Now what we need to do, we'll just, I'm going to name the object just because it looks better. We'll call this. It's going to be a script. It's going to be called the player update. First, we need to get the, again like we did before, we need to create the vector between, we'll use the mouse coordinates again, so we need the position between the mouse coordinates and our coordinates. So get mouse, or get difference from mouse to this object. So we'll have diff x is equal to mouse x minus x. If y is equal to the difference between mouse y and y, and then we can go image angle is equal to, in Unity we had atan2 in the maths library. In GameMaker the function is called arctan2. You'll see it referred to as both, but they are the same function. So again, passing diff x, diff y. I don't think GameMaker you need the semicolon at the end of the line. I'm just so used to using it from C that I keep doing it, so it doesn't make any difference. So we've created our script for that. What we're going to do is in our player we'll just add a step event, and then we'll just get it to run the update script. We could have put the script actually inside here. I tend to keep all my scripts in the scripts folder and just execute them. Again, shouldn't make much difference. That should be all there is to it. Just wait for it to compile. Oh, now the one thing we did forget, as I said yesterday, most things with this is the angle in degrees, and this is the angle in radians. So we want radians 2 degree, radian 2 degree I think it's called in. I've got a feeling that might be wrong. So it's called rad 2 deg. There we go. So yeah, so that's the equivalent of radians 2 degrees. If we now run that. Oh, that's the problem when moving between languages. In most things, it's a multiplier. In GameMaker, it's a function. So I suppose what I should do is call this angle in radians, and then go image angle equals rad to deg angle in radians. There we go. It's a function, so we have to pass the value in. We could have done that all in one line, but to show how it works, I've split it up into the two. Hopefully this time going the wrong way. As we can, going a slightly different angle. The problem is, I imagine, if we just look up the description, yes, the up being 90 degrees, we would normally have 0 degrees being to the right, 90 being down, work clockwise round. This is running anti-clockwise. So what we'll need to do is, as it's the up and down that's different, we need to negate our difference in y. Again, this is just variations. The maths is it's just the variations in coordinate systems, and which way it's dealing with the angles. So this should now work. Oops. There's a run. And there we go. One thing you'll notice, he's not rotating from the centre. Really, we should centre the cursor on the centre of the sprite, rather than using the top left. There we go. So we now have a player that can follow a mouse. So if this was like we'll probably use this later in a simple game where the man, we control the man, he follows we can look around and shoot things based on the mouse. As you imagine, as I say, like this, with this player running around. This could obviously be also something on top of like a gun turret on top of a tank. There's a lot of times it's quite useful to be able to work out this rotation angle. But yeah, so as we can see, again, it's very simple. Calculate the difference between the mouse and the player. The only difference here, as we found out, we had to use a negative difference in y, just because they've flipped up and down to what we usually use. Gives us the radians to degrees, put that in, and that'll work. Ideal.